how to use Runway's image generation. Today we are going to see the complete tutorial about this tool. You simply go to Runway, clearly, you go to the home page and then go to this option that says Generate Image. And if it doesn't appear, you simply click where it says All Tools and here it appears as the second option. If you want to mark it as a favorite so you don't lose it anywhere, you simply click on the star and that's it. Now we are going to enter the tool and here it appears. To use it, we can simply write here whatever we want, but to use it in detail, we now click where it says View, Guide, and it will appear here. This is how we should really set up the instructions to generate the images we want. In fact, it says here that this is the incorrect way, and this is the correct way to write. An instruction for the artificial intelligence to generate the image as we want. But if you don't want to keep an eye on how it should be written, what you can do is use a GPT from ChatGPT. All we have to do is enter ChatGPT and come here to the left, where it says Explore GPT, and it will appear here, right here. What you can do is search for the name of the platform, just like that, and you will wait for different options to appear here. What you can search for is directly images, because, as we know, this platform is not only used to generate videos or images, but it serves many other purposes. So, the instructions are completely different. What you can do is choose, for example, this first one that appears here, and click on Start Chat. And here, the only thing you do is write in a simple way, just as you would normally write a text, and it automatically converts it for you. For example, here I type something like a flying car in paradise. Then I hit Enter and simply wait for it to respond. And that's how it really appears. This appears to generate videos, but it also works for generating images. Let's go back here. To generate an image, we enter the text and click Generate. But before that, if we want, we can do more things. For example, change the style. We can choose from all these styles that appear here, if we want any of them. For example, I'm going to set it to 3D, and then down here, we can choose the format, for example, horizontal, vertical, square, etc. And here we can specify how much creativity, meaning how far from reality it can be if we're generating something realistic. Here we can set it to a high level so that it is really quite creative. It might be that we don't want it to be, so we lower it, and then here we have other settings to keep this as a fixed option. That is, to continue using this as a basis for generating future images. And here it will simply appear this way in frames. And remember that for this, you need to have credits in your account with your membership on this platform. In my case, I have the unlimited version. And that's why this doesn't consume any credits for me, because the unlimited version doesn't use credits when using this option. And well, here we simply click Generate, and it will automatically start generating 4 images at the same time. We just need to wait a moment for it to finish loading, and once it finishes loading, it will start generating the images, as you can see here. Let's just wait a moment for them to finish generating, and then we'll see how they turn out. And this is how they turn out. Let's remember that I applied the 3D cartoon style, and that's why they look this way. But if I were to remove this style, it could even be generated in a more realistic way, if that's what I want. That's why it's important to know how to choose the style you need to generate the images. Again, we hit Generate, and we have to wait for it to finish loading. But first, if we want all these images around here, we can use them for something else. The first thing is that we can download it simply by clicking this button, and the image automatically opens. And here we have it. The second thing is that if we want, we can make it use a base image to generate variations of that same one. Because maybe we liked it, but we feel that something more is missing, for example. In this image, you can click on this icon that appears here, and it will automatically go into the queue. The same image will be used, but it will try to generate variations of that same one as a base. Now let's wait here as this other one is almost done loading so we can see the results it has. And once we see them, we'll notice the difference, like here. This is the big difference. Among these images, this one obviously looks more animated due to the style we chose, and even, so to speak, it looks more realistic. But still, compared to the previous ones, the design is different, which is more like an animated style, and this one is more realistic. Now, in these images here, as I was saying, we use this image over here as a base. So what it will do is generate variations from that one, as I was mentioning, and in that way, be able to obtain better results according to the outcomes that this artificial intelligence will gradually deliver. So let's just wait a few seconds for it to finish loading. Here we have it already. And as you can see, they are quite similar to this image here, which is why we chose that base image. And this is basically how image creation would work with this platform. But what we can do beyond this is generate videos from these images. So what we can do is come over here and choose an image we like. For example, this one over here. We click on the video camera icon and it automatically loads on the left. If we wanted to perform a specific action, we can go back to ChatGPT and ask it to generate a prompt to generate something specific, and if not, we can simply leave it as is. The same instruction, and what we're going to do is switch over here to turbo mode so it generates much faster. And we click generate, and automatically at the bottom, it will start generating as well to see how it turns out. This result. In this case, it won't generate 4 videos. It will generate just 1 video. And if we wanted to generate with higher quality, we could choose the alpha version, which, according to what they say, is better than the turbo, because it generates results with more detail. But in the results, this isn't really reflected in the best way. And besides, it's much slower than the turbo version. As you can see here, it's loading quite quickly, and so far, it's still in process. There it's going to start loading, but not as quickly as it did with the turbo version, while this one is still loading. But well, that's another topic. Let's go ahead and play it. And this is the video it generated. Obviously, we can do several things with this video, but that's something I already explained in a previous video, where I showed how to make these types of videos, and all the actions we have to use. So, well, that has been the explanation of image generation with Runway.